So, hi and welcome to another beautiful day here on Heart to Heart with Eva. And I have two very lovely guests here, and it's Kati Stenman and it's Emmi Mutale. So, welcome to Heart to Heart. Good to see you. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Evalena. It's lovely to see you again.
Well,
Thank you.
and before we're going to go deeper into the topic that we have this day, looking after our body temples in times of transition, I'm just going to mention quickly that for those who've been watching earlier, Emmy is back, and Emmy is an intuitive healer and an energy medicine practitioner who whose passion about holistic health and nurturing our bodies with the optimal nutrition. That's a serious topic there. We really do need to take care of our bodies today. And Kati is a wellness professional who promotes local and organic food, and she's also enthusiastic about healthy lifestyle and test-based nutrition. Oh, test-based nutrition! I really need to know more about that. And Kati's special interest is helping moms and children in key nutrition topics. That is a real broad spectra of interesting subjects to talk about. But before we dive into that, I really would like to know a little bit more about you as persons and how you got together. So, who wants to start this?
Shall I go first, Kati?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. No, thank you for that introduction, Evalena. That was beautiful. And just very briefly, Kati and I are actually childhood friends. We went to school together, primary school. So we knew each other from the age of 7
Oh,
and stayed
wow.
in the same school until about the age of 11 or so. And after that, I moved abroad and pretty much stayed abroad. We both are from Finland. So we grew up in Finland, and I chose a path of international development and chose to live abroad from Finland pretty much from quite an early age onwards. So our paths kind of diverged for quite some time, probably for about 20, 25 years, that we didn't really connect and didn't have much contact at all and kept on doing our own things. And then somehow we met again on Facebook and started following each other's journeys and realized that we had this beautiful common passion for holistic health. And
Wow.
after 25 years or more, we came together, and now we are having a lot of fun around the theme of holistic health, working together, doing business together, and really supporting people to find optimal health.
Oh, I love that. That's the ultimate what's meant to be is meant to be. There's no separation in this world. Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yes,
Hmm.
and it's funny that I'm actually sitting right front of the island that we grew together, because I also have returned back to my childhood areas. So it's so lovely to talk about this topic now from this place, actually. And my background, I used to work for internet company like for 20 years, busy there with the product management and things like that. And after I got my two beautiful children, I started to think about the nutrition topics because I wanted to provide best for my kids. And also that time I realized that the lifestyle that I had with this hectic environment, corporate environment, wasn't anymore for me. So that was the time that was kind of a turning point in my life. So then I got interested on nutrition topic, on overall bringing nutritional and local food to people, and providing all kind of activities that are kind of supporting also social health. So in that sense, I'm so happy to be here also now talking about these things that I love, and I have seen so much good results also with this approach.
I just love it. I need to just ask, you said you brought local products to the community. Are you like growing your own food and distribute it out to the community, or?
Unfortunately, not. I don't have that talent or that kind of a farm, but I'm delivering it from local farmers and local producers. I used to have a wide range of products from vegetables to all kind of um, dairy products and so on. But nowadays, I'm mainly into organic eggs. So there is one beautiful free-range farm where we deliver eggs all around Helsinki city area. So that's my kind of a main product in a food area at the moment.
Well, I love how this topic about food has grown, and obviously, I have been very not so interested in food earlier, but I'm getting there. I like sweetness and you know, the good thing that are not so healthy. But lately, like throughout this year, everybody is starting to feel the urge to get clean inside, drink more water, eat properly, and I have noticed, because I like to observe a lot about what happened all around myself in my community, and I can actually hear people saying that it doesn't taste like it used to do, and slowly changing into other sort of type of meals that they are eating. So it is something that is global, and I think it's so wonderful that you are here now to talk about how exactly are we going to get there. So one more, when you got back on Facebook together, how did you well, of course you started to talk about your separate lives and your passions together and etc, and it comes to here, but when did you actually knew that this is what you are going to work with? I'm gonna let you talk now.
Kati, do you want to start with that one?
Actually, back that time, I had worked with these food topics and these nutrition topics, I think like 3 or 4 years at that time when we got to connect again. And I have been following Emmi's beautiful work there with this center concerning healing and all beautiful things. And I was just thinking that the things that I have passion for could kind of supplement the work that Emmi is doing. And then actually there was some event or something, and I kind of contacted you that, hi, I have been thinking about you many times, and now somehow something triggered me that, hey, now I want to kind of get in touch with Emmi and talk about this topic. And it was so, I don't think if there is coincidences, I don't believe in coincidences. So it was meant to be that it happened that Emmi was in Finland at that time when I contacted her, and she had also had a thought that, hey, I have to ask from Kati that what is this nutritional issues that she's talking about and is so passionate about. And it was kind of at the same time we both thought about each other, and then we were at the same place, so of course we met, and it was like in the same minute we knew that, hey, this is something that we really can work together and do many good things together regarding health, and especially holistic health.
Divinely guided.
Absolutely. And I mean, literally the day that Kati sent me that message, I had planned to send her a message, because I'd been following her posts on Facebook and I found everything that she wrote about so beautiful. And as she said, I thought that it would complement my healing and transformation work so beautifully. So it was like this completely aligned telepathic vibrational connection that we had there. And yeah, the rest is history.
So
And I
how
must
did
say,
it
it
develop?
was so beautiful in the meeting when we met there in the restaurant. And you had actually with you some letters that I had written you back in teenage years, and it was so funny to read all of those.
I keep all the letters that I received like 20, 30, 40 years ago. I've kept them. And it's nice to show them to the people who actually sent them to me now, so many years later.
That's a nice way to start reconnecting with someone to bring back those memories. That and letters are very personal too. So when you got together there, so how it started? How did it start? I mean, you got together with the same idea, uh, almost like you were drawn together. And what happened there? What yeah, take it away.
Well, I think it was really this deep, deep innate understanding of the importance of looking after our bodies. And right now, we are in the midst of this incredible transformation and shift on our planet. And the energies are very, very intense. And there is a lot of fear, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of worry and doubt all around the world at the moment about the future, about health overall, around severity of illnesses and viral attacks and all of this. And we need to remember that although we are spiritual beings or energy beings, we are energy beings in physical bodies. And with everything that is going on, it is so, so very important to look after our bodies, our temples, because these truly are our temples. Our spark, our divine spark and spirit is hosted and held inside these physical bodies. And it is only because of these physical bodies that we are able to lead the kind of lives that we are leading on planet Earth. And I don't think there's ever been a time when looking after our bodies has been more important than right now. And of course, there's many, many different ways to de-stress and make sure that we're hydrated and eating the right kinds of foods and getting enough sleep and exercising and all of this. But our focus really today is going to be on food and well, not even food, but nutrition, and ensuring that those elements inside our bodies that we cannot get directly from our diets, from the kind of foods that we eat, are received through healthy, natural, and organic supplements. And that is really the core essence of what we wanted to talk with you about today. And I'm going to hand over to Kati to talk a little bit about why it is so important to come to a place of balance inside our bodies and how we can come to that place of balance quite easily, actually.
It was, Evelina, so nice that you mentioned in the beginning that when eating modern food, modern diet, it doesn't taste anymore the same that it used to be. And that is actually the kind of the core of whole nutritional issues nowadays, because the food really isn't the same as it used to be. Even though we would select kind of the healthiest choices, select vegetables, trying to make kind of the choices that we think are healthy, it's still not having the same amount of these vital nutritions, healthy fats, fibers, all kind of vitamins. The levels have come all the time down. And also, if we think about if you're eating animal products, we think about animals nowadays, they are farmed. They are not living anymore in fields, eating the food that they used to eat. Of course, it affects the kind of food products that are produced with those animals. So they are fed by man-made food. So basically, everything we put to our mouth nowadays have touched by man. It's not anymore from Mother Nature. If we would eat like we used to eat in ancient times, that would be exactly the food that is meant for us, containing all the vital things. Unfortunately, we're not able to do it anymore. And that has led actually to many, many health issues nowadays. So what is one thing that has dramatically changed is the fatty acid balance in our food, especially due to the fact that we are farming animals, so animal products are containing kind of fats that are not used to be there, and also we are using lots and lots of vegetable oils in the food, which are not containing the omega-3s that are so vital to all our health. And that omega-3, omega-6 balance is the one thing that I would like to address today pretty much, because that forms a foundation to all of the absorption of any other nutrients to our bodies. So to have a correct balance of omega-3 fatty acid and omega-6 fatty acids is the key. And that's really something that has kind of turned around due to this modern diet issue. And how I encountered the topic was back at the time when I used to have my organic shop, and really kind of using healthy choices all the time, and trying to find all the most nutritional topics. And then one friend of mine who is very aware of all of these nutritional things came to me and started talking about this fatty acid balance thing. And I was like, well, I'm eating healthy. It's kind of, I'm sure this is okay topic. I don't know about it, but I'm sure that it's okay. And then she told me that, hey, you're able to test it. You're able to test if you're getting enough of, or if you're getting this vital essential fatty acids in current balance. And I was like, whoa, that's interesting. And then I was like, what's that test? Please show me. And then we actually did the test. It's I have one package with me, so it's very simple. It's nice that you don't have to go to some laboratory to take some blood test, but you can kind of test your nutritional status with simple tests. So there is you just take a couple of drops of blood from your fingertip, and then you put it to the test paper and send it to the laboratory. It's totally anonymous, and you get the very easily readable results in 2 weeks from a website. So I was like, wow, let's try it, because, well, I think I'm okay because I'm doing healthy choices. And then I was so shocked when I got my results back, because it was totally imbalanced. We actually, our DNA has been formulated so that we should have 1-to-1 relation with these essential fatty acids. When science has studied this topic very heavily, and it says that it should be maximum 3 times more of this omega-6. So then you're still kind of, our heart health and brain health and everything is kind of in good balance. And my result was 15-to-1. So it was 5 times in balance situation. And then my friend told me that that's actually a very typical situation, that you have 15-to-1 balance eating typical food. And I was like, how this can be possible, because I eat healthy. And then I realized that I don't actually eat fish, because I had so high standards for the fish that I wanted to buy from the shop, that actually it was so expensive and it was so hard to find. Even I was organic shop owner, I every once in a month had like wild fish in my shop, but that's far too little. So then I realized that even trying to do healthy choices and trying to kind of think about the topic, you can have some area where you're not getting the nutrition at all. And for me, it was omega-3, and I found out that for many people, it's actually omega-3, because even though you were eating a fish, it's the same story. It's not the same anymore, because those fish are fed with the omega-6 food because that's cheap. and you know, and there is in fish also, there is a lot of antibiotics, and if you get it wild, there are a lot of chemicals. So whatever fish you choose, it's like a little bit bad choice unless you have your own water where you can grow your own fish, then you know what's there, but nobody has it basically. So that kind of opened my eyes to whole nutritional topics. Since that, I was just kind of wanting to have as little chemicals, as local food, supporting small farmers. That was my main concern. But then I kind of got more interesting that, hey, what the food actually contains and what it can do to our bodies. And this omega-3 in general, it has, I would say, 3 major things that it does to our bodies. First thing is that all our cells in our bodies are, their cell membranes are created from fats. And if they're in the cell membrane, there isn't enough omega-3. It's hard like an eggshell.
Oh.
So nutrients cannot get in, the waste products cannot go out. So being as an organic food deliverer, wanting people to be healthy, I found that this omega-3 is something that you have to take care first. Only after that it matters what you eat, actually, because it's the foundation for absorption of any nutrition. And that's why I find it so important. And that's also the reason why there is so many actually health problems nowadays, because there is globally lack of omega-3 in diet. So whatever you try to do, eating healthy, it's not working optimally anyway. And because it's building block of all our cells, you can actually see the lack of omega-3 in many ways in the bodies. One maybe most important thing is our brains. So brain needs omega-3s desperately. And especially if you're a mom and you're pregnant or you have had babies, baby will take the omega-3s from mother because they need it for their development. And if mother is already on lack of omega-3s, the baby will get everything. And that's why if you have kids and have noticed after birth that there is like you're tired and what is this aivosumu, Emmi, in English?
Brain fog.
Brain fog, that you're kind of, you might be even what is this, masentunut,
Depressed.
Depressed, just because you're lacking this key nutrition. Not mentioning not mentioning the fact that the baby needs it for normal development, for her or his brain development, eye development, all of that. And when I was talking about fish, that I'm in my diet, I eat fish, but I wasn't selecting the fish. But there's a lot of vegans nowadays. Emmi might tell more about her test results, because really the marine source of omega-3s, fatty fish or algae, are the ones that contain these omega-3s that are in a form that the human bodies can use it. But maybe, Emmi, you can share something about your test results where we tested you then 3 or 2 years ago.
Oh, it's actually a little bit embarrassing because I also thought that I was a hugely healthy eater and took in so much nutrition through the foods that I ate. And at that time, I followed a vegan diet. I'm now a vegetarian, but at the time I had been on a vegan diet for quite some time. And when I did the test for the first time, the ratio that is supposed to be, as Kati said, 3:1 in terms of omega-6 to omega-3, mine was 24.5:1. No wonder I was having brain fog. No wonder I was having these crazy sweating episodes that I had no understanding of why they were coming. No wonder my hair was starting to get really thin and my skin overall was quite dry, although I looked after my skin otherwise really well. And yeah, and things like remembering things. I was suddenly starting to forget people's names, the simplest of things. And overall, just felt super, super tired at that point in my life. And it's like when I then started to consciously work on my omega balance or fatty acid balance inside my body, within a couple of weeks, I could notice a massive difference in terms of energy, in terms of my brain health, remembering things again, in terms of my hair becoming thicker, my skin clearing, my nails were starting to get thicker again. And it was amazing because just to share a little bit more about my personal story, I developed anorexia when I was around 12 or 13 and really just completely messed up my gut health and my overall health through that, and have kind of been on a journey with my body and food and nutrition ever since. And it really took me to the point where I started working consciously with this omega balance in my body, that I started to see really visible results and started to be able to form a relationship with my body that was really understanding, and so that my body was responding to what I was putting into her. And yeah, it's just been absolutely remarkable. And I knew nothing, literally nothing about fatty acids and omega oils, although I had sometimes taken some supplements. And I think all of us, especially in Scandinavia, would have, as children, been subjected to cod liver oil at school, if nothing else. But yeah, apart from that, my understanding of the science and the biology and the transformative power of omega-3 was nil.
I think you are so right on time with this topic, and I just love to hear you talk, Kathy. And it was like a slap in the face, and started to remember a lot of memories back in time, because I've been on and off this vegetarian diet too, and I don't eat meat. Sometimes I do eat fish, but I don't like fish. I don't like the taste. And if I eat meat, it's like turkey, but mostly it's just, plant-based sauces. And I know that they can be rather unhealthy, even though you think it's healthy. But in my 20s, I find myself leaning in the grocery store into the freezer disc, whatever you call it, where the frozen fish is lying. And I was picking there and trying to get something to eat. And I remember myself like, what am I doing? I don't eat fish. And then I went to a alternative summit, and they did this test with this electromagnetic field something, and they just pointed out that you need omega-3 and you need omega-6 and 9 and even 12. I think it was 12, and there was some combined vitamin thing to buy at that time. And you start to eat that, and you get older, you forget about the reason why you are doing things. So, wow, thank you for bringing that back into my life again. I will definitely go back into that omega fat. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I'm going to lean back and listen more here. Yeah.
Yes. I must also share something that when I started using then this omega-3 products, I noticed immediately I had a trouble that I always woke up like 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I couldn't kind of get back to sleep anymore. So basically I always woke up like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and then my kind of good night sleep was over. But when I started to use these omega-3 oils, I slept like a baby until morning. So when you get like 2 or 3 more hours sleep per day, you can just imagine what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And for my family, my kids, it was tremendous change for my son, who had really big concentration problems at school back that time. It was like 2 weeks, and there was kind of people, those kindergarten ladies were asking that, hey, what has happened to Luca? He's like new boy, so great. And I was like, wow, this is something. And also regarding this, in especially in these northern countries, there's typical flu season starting from September. When the school starts and we go back to work. So the immune system, if you have functioning immune system, you don't have the flu season. And that has happened to my family. We're never basically experiencing the flu. And also, of course, during these times, taking care of your natural immune system is something that you can really do something by yourself. You don't have to count on anybody else to take care of your health. You can do what you are easily able to do, especially taking care of those key nutrients that are vital to your immune system, and omega-3 is one of them. And the product that we are representing and we started both using with Emmi is like a liquid version of omega-3 oil. It's called balance oil. And whatever omega-3 product you would choose, I would kind of instruct 3 things. Select something that is kind of strong enough. So there is a lot of products. You should check that what is the actual content of these omega-3 fatty acids in the product, so that you are really getting enough. Then other thing is, of course, that there is it has been kind of what is that, suojata?
Preserved or protected?
Protected, because those, you know how fatty fish, for example, work if you leave it to the table. It's like a couple of tens of minutes and it starts to go bad. It's same thing with the omega-3 oils that comes from fish. If it's not protected, it won't work in your body. It's kind of, it's rinse it before you have even taken it. So that's how the oil has been protected. That's equally important that as how strong the oil is. And then the amount that you take. How do you know how much you should take? So when taking liquid one and our product, you always get tailored amount based on your body weight. So those 3 things are the key things that make this balance oil something that we know that it will bring you to balance. So we can also test then afterwards using the product that what has happened inside my body now. And it's that when I was shocked getting my first test results, and I kind of didn't sleep at next night at all when I was thinking, oh my God. But then I kind of found out, hey, there is a product that taking 1 spoon of this oil every day, it has been tested and proven that I can get to balance. So it's that simple. So, okay, no problem. 4 months taking my amount of the oil every day and taking the next test. And there it is. I was in balance. So, and it happens basically to 95% of everybody taking this balance oil, because it's so effective, it absorbs to your body, it's strong enough, and you get it amount that is tailored to your body weight.
So you are providing both the test and the blood test and the oil capsules?
Yes.
Wow.
They're both capsules and liquids. Yeah, there's different ways to take the oil as well,
Yes.
depending on your preference. And there's a fish oil and a vegan version as well for vegetarians and vegans, which then comes directly from the algae. So you leave out the middleman, the fish, from the equation, and you go straight to the source, which is the algae. So it's pure algae extract, also protected by the olive oil, which Kati was starting to talk about. To keep the oil from going rancid, it is protected by polyphenols in olive oil, which keep it intact and healthy. And
That's
as long
good.
as you refrigerate it after you've opened the bottle, then you are good to go.
That's good to know.
And
Oh,
those
wow.
polyphenols are so important to our immune system. And what is also added to our product is a natural version of vitamin D, which we maybe all know that is also one of the key nutritions for immune system. So this is really kind of the foundation and the immune system booster for your body. So if I have to say that if there is a question that what nutrition or what supplement should I take, I always say that omega-3 or preferably balance oil, because there is these things taken care of that are important for the absorption of the omega-3s. And I must also, it was also a little bit shocking that always when there is a huge industry and money is, of course, plays big role, there is also a lot of omega-3 products that actually doesn't work at all. And it's interesting, we have the company we represent has now done over 700,000 of these balance tests globally. And in background information, you can tell if you have used some omega-3 product, not balance oil, but something else. And it's typical or average result is 7-to-1 balance. And that's also something that I hate, that if you're kind of if you have noticed that this is important and you try to do your best, so you're taking omega-3 supplement, for example, and then it's not good, it's bad, actually, it's not doing the thing that it should be. So that's why I'm so proud that I'm able to represent a product that I know that actually does the thing that it should be doing. And sometimes if you find studies that say that fish oil doesn't work, it's actually somewhat true, because many of them actually don't work because they're not protected, they're not getting enough, and they're not really going to your cell membrane. So that's why it's so important to select a product that really does the thing that it's supposed to do.
And there's a lot of alternative oils out there in the shops. So obviously when I go out there and I want to buy something, I assume that it's, the healthy stuff that you are buying, especially when we have these shops here that are selling these omega oils. So wow. So this is only by post order, or do you sell it? How do I get one? How do I get healthy, girls?
Maybe Emmi, you can continue.
Absolutely, yeah. So you will not be able to find this oil on the supermarket shelves or in the pharmacies. It is through postal orders. And it is actually a Swedish company that produces these oils. And they work with a laboratory in Norway that does the testing or the analysis of the test kits. And what you do is you let us know that you would like to try it out. And you also let us know if you'd like to try the test first, so you know where you are at the moment. And then we will just send you a unique link that you can use to put the order through. And what we always recommend is that you order the oils for a minimum of 6 months, because Kati mentioned earlier that it takes about 4 months for the cells to really regenerate in your body, and that's just pure biology. You will most likely notice the change within you much earlier, like I did within 2 weeks, especially if you are completely off in terms of your balance. But overall, it takes that 4 months for the cells to regenerate. So the recommendation is that you continue at least for those 4 to 6 months, notice the difference, and then continue using the oil to maintain good health. So basically, what we can do is send you the link to our website, the Zinzino website, and I will also send you a unique link to you, Eva, and if anybody else who's watching and listening would like to try it out, I will send you a unique link that you can use to order either just the oils or the oils with the test, which we recommend, because then you can really see where you are now and where you are after 4 months. How does
we
that
have actually, and we have actually money back guarantee. If you take the kit where there is this test and you are on balance, then you get your money back. So basically, it's risk free for customer to and first see if you are not, or if you are in balance, and then typically you want to do something about it if you are not in balance.
And it takes time, and I know that I've been on this compliments on and off through the years, and I always said to my friends, like, when they are asking, do they really work, and I said, like, well, I never noticed that they are working, but if I quit with them after like 4 or 5 months, you know that there are something happening within your body. So it's a gradually healthcare ladder that I'm not noticing, but when I quit taking these pills or oils, then I will notice it within 2 weeks. I will feel totally drained or whatever it is. So it takes time. So that's good to mention, because people always think like you take for a week and you are sprudling with sunshine again, and you could be, but for different reasons. Yeah. But can we put a link to you and your websites about this in this after we are done here, to put it in the comment field, so it will follow the recordings of this? Oh, that's great. Interesting. Really interesting. So how long have you been working together with this?
This is our 3rd year now.
Yes,
If not going,
I think it's
actually
pretty
4th year.
soon comes full 3 years. Yes.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Kati has been working with this for a little bit longer than I have, about 6 or 7 years now.
Yes.
And I joined about nearly 3 years ago now. Yeah.
Really, really interesting. So are
And
you?
I must,
Yeah, please go ahead.
and I must say that I kind of this is kind of teamwork that we are doing, and I have loved this because I'm kind of a private entrepreneur, and it's pretty kind of a lonely job, or after all, even though you have customers and clients and so on, but it's still, you are responsible of everything by yourself. And the beauty of this business has been that it's a teamwork, and it's something that you can kind of complement what you are anyway doing. You're trying to promote well-being and especially this holistic health. So this is also something that I can recommend as a complementary job for basically everybody working with people's well-being. Or what do you think, Emmi?
No, absolutely. It absolutely is this beautiful complement to the other work that I do. And I think the other wonderful thing about this is that you put in as much effort as you can. So if you're super busy with other things, there's absolutely no need to do anything around this work. And if you have more time, you can dedicate more time to it. And it's just a very beautiful way to interact with lots of healthy, radiant, happy people who have each other's health and at heart, really, and to network, to meet new people, and to start building a small amount of extra income as well, if you are needing that. So, I mean, at the moment, for the past couple of years, a lot of people have really suffered in terms of losing their jobs. Their traditional income might have reduced drastically, and the way they used to live and work maybe just doesn't work anymore in the current context. And this way you can do this work from anywhere. You can do it from home, you can do it from your summer cottage, you can do it from your car. You don't need an office for it, and really just spread this message of optimal health to people that so deserve it and so need it. So it's a wonderful opportunity from that perspective as well.
So if anyone wants to be the extended link to you, they just reach out to you, so you can help them get organized. Oh, that's good to know. And I also wanted to ask, because this is an organic oil or fish oil, omega, you said it was both fish and there's a vegan alternative. And you've been working with mothers and children too. So this is a good thing even for the early age of youth. I'm thinking about the teenager. That's the brain fog. Almost every teenager has brain fog. So is that a good compliment for them too, or?
Definitely. Actually, starting from 1 year old, so it's a lifetime product from of lifetime nutrition that you need
Mm.
from actually starting from fetus until you are elderly. So and especially I would say that in our kindergarten and schools there would be much more better concentration and much more focused students and less any kind of behavioral problems if every time kids go to school or kindergarten they would given 1 spoon of this oil and then they are good, good to go. I'm sure about it. There is actually a lot of studies also for kids that what it can do for concentration. It's all about the brain and also kind of learning results, cognitive learning results. It's I have customers and colleagues who have had like teenagers trouble with school and suddenly the grades have been starting to raise after using the oil because it helps brain to do its stuff. It's something that is kind of we are bringing back the building blocks out that we are lacking from our nutrition. We are actually not supplementing, we are putting back the building blocks that we are lacking. If we are not getting it from food, we need to get it from somewhere, and we are unfortunately not getting it from food. And also one thing I thought about this big database that we have from the tests done all over the world. There is also an age given in background information. And the terrible thing is that the teenagers are in worse situation when you compare the age groups, because basically from their whole childhood they have been eating food from kindergartens which have been done in big kitchens, not like taking carrots out of the farm and doing food from that. Those are from big kitchens. And then they go to school, the same continues. They go to supermarkets, buy pizzas and energy drinks, make kind of not so good choices. So it's kind of a bomb that is growing there with our teenagers. And that's why I'm so worried about, especially about them, because we already now have huge health issues with the adults. And these adults that we have at the moment are not in that bad shape that our teenagers that are just going there. And if you think about news, you can always see kind of news flash like even children have got issues, allergies, asthmas, ADHDs, everything. They kind of start appearing from younger and younger people. And this is, I'm convinced that this is one of the main reasons behind. Of course, there's a lot of things that is kind of, it's holistic. Human is holistic, but this is one of the ground issues. I'm pretty convinced based on my experience now about it.
So all ages are benefiting from the ingredients in this oil.
Yes. And also elderly. If you think about all the kind of Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, everything that is kind of raising, there is good results also kind of taking into use good quality omega-3 supplements so that it slows down the development, for example, for these brain diseases. All the autoimmune diseases, there is so many of them.
And one reason why my 15-year-old son now takes this oil every single day is because he's noticed a huge difference in terms of recovery from sports. He loves to play football and he does really tough workouts. And with the oil, he recovers a lot more quickly and his muscles don't get as achy and strained with that. And of course, it helps in terms of injury proneness. So we have a lot of athletes, a lot of Olympic level athletes, World Cup level athletes who are actually using the products and really seeing the difference as well.
That's so interesting. And I can also see the benefits when the concentration is, more in awareness, and especially when we are doing this holistic work. And sometimes it could be rather hard to focus when you are meditating or whatever inner work you are doing. So that will also bring forth the ability to be more aligned within yourself and have this clarity. No brain fog here. Oh, interesting. I'm so glad you came here to talk about this. And I'm really excited.
For the opportunity.
Yeah. So, if anyone wants to get in touch with you now to order the test or the product, they could just reach out to you and they will get a special link and invitation from you. And also, if someone is watching and want to go into the entrepreneur with you and be a reseller, they can also reach out to you for getting in touch with you to broaden this product out there, to sell the product. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, the more we can spread the word, the kind of happier we are, because this is so huge topic.
Yeah, and well, it feels very right, and yeah, it was like a reminder for myself. So I just love this. And I will have that link you were talking about because I really want to try it out. So absolutely. Thank you for being here. Do you have something more you want to add?
I'm thinking that if you would like to have a kind of continuation series, because then when you have put the foundation in order, there is then some other things you can also boost, kind of specifically, for example, gut health, what we were already a little bit mentioning, or all then the nutritions, that what kind of vitamins are crucial for certain things. We can have also a continuation if you're interested on this topic further. So this is just kind of the starting point with which you can do already a very, very remarkable things, but then you can continue. It doesn't have to stop there. If you got interested and want to really boost your energy levels and your immune system and overall health.
So it's not just the omega-3 and 6, these not the omega products, you have a lot of other products too.
There's a whole range of other products that relate to immunity, that relate to gut health and building muscle and controlling your weight. Then there's also skin, a serum that supports your skin health. And what am I leaving out? Am I leaving something out?
Our newest extension to this test-based family is actually D vitamin test and D vitamin product, which is pretty cool at these times, especially here in the northern countries where the sun is not shining anymore.
Well, no.
And then also we have pretty interesting kind of a detox product, which has been huge success now. That might be also interesting.
Yeah, and they are all. Do you have a common homepage for this?
Yes.
Yeah. So that
We'll
is so we can put that in the comment field so everybody can dive into that page and see the products that you are offering them. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. So, anything you want to add or?
I think literally just that it's never too late to start improving your health and to bring more holistic health into your life. And it can be done very easily and very simply.
It can. Just start with go in and check out Kathy's and Emmi's homepage and start ordering these oils. I know that I will, and I will definitely try this one out. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. And we are closing down with that, and we are putting up the information in the comment field so everybody can get those available for everyone who wants to get them. So thank you once again for being here. It was really fun, and I hope to do a follow up on this later on to see what you have to, if there's something more that you have brought into your I was about to say collaboration. Is that the right word? Your
Yeah.
collaboration. So thank you everybody for being here, and thank you Kati and Emmi for letting us know how important this is, and letting us know where to find the proper products for our health to actually take care of our bodies in these transition times. We are definitely needing this. So thank you again, and stay tuned for your others, and you will get the information. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you so much.